Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I did fix it. Today I brought you mac and cheese. This is a delicious, creamy, rich mac and cheese, but not mac and cheese that you have to feel guilty eating. Not mac and cheese that you have to eat once every 10 years because you don't want a quadruple bypass. No, this is mac and cheese that is amazing, and you can have it on a regular basis every Sunday dinner if you wish. Before we get started though, let's make sure we subscribe, like, and share. So for our mac and cheese, these are all the ingredients that we are going to need. I have a combination of 5 to 6 different cheeses. I have Velveeta, which is a must for mac and cheese. In my mac and cheese, I love Velveeta. So we also have some smoked Gouda. We have some Gruyère or French cheese, a little fancy. And then we have some mild cheddar. We have some Colby Jack cheese. We have some, a little bit of sour cream. We have some shaved Parmesan as well. The shaved Parmesan is just for the top. That is some chicken bouillon base. The star, of course, is the macaroni. You can use any kind of noodles that you really want. We are going to boil the macaroni with that better than bouillon base. It's very, very, very crucial for the taste. If you don't have the better than bouillon, you can also use chicken stock. The better than bouillon is easier for me to keep than chicken stock, so that's why I'm using it. We have some heavy cream, and we have some half and half. You can also substitute it for evaporated milk. You'll kind of get the same thing. We have some butter, of course, and flour for the roux. And these are the spices that we're using. You can use whatever you would like. Nutmeg is a must, though, when we're making our cheese sauce. You, of course, want to start by just boiling your pasta, your noodles in salted water, of course. We don't really need to show you how to do that, except I'm just showing you the part where I put that bouillon base. Just a couple of tablespoons will do. A couple of spoons will do to get the flavor that we need. You just stir it in there and then cook your pasta according to your box. We have to use freshly grated cheese though. We don't want to use the shredded kind in the bag because it just doesn't give us the creaminess that we want. So we're going to grate our own cheese with a box grater. You can also use a food processor if you wish. These are our different cheeses. The Velveeta is not easy to grade, so I'm just cutting it up in cubes. If you want to grade your Velveeta, by all means, kudos to you. Go for it. I'm going to cut mine up in cubes, but you do you. So now that we have our cheese grated and cut up, we're going to make our cheese sauce. And we just start by making a simple roux. Roux is nothing other than butter and flour that you just cook. You cook it till you get a nice little white foam and you're done. Now you can start adding your cream. So if you're using heavy cream, you start with I start with the half and half first, then I do the heavy cream after. You want to, at this point, you want to whisk. I take a little spatula just to kind of hit up those corners because I don't want the cheese sauce to be lumpy. So just keep on whisking. That is a must when you're making this cheese sauce. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Get you some arm exercises. You're going to need them. And then once we're done whisking, this is how we're going to test our cheese, our bechamel sauce to make sure it's ready. A wooden spoon. Once I whisk it till all the lumps are out, then I'll start using my spoon to stir the sauce, but I just whisk till I make sure I have a nice creamy bechamel sauce. When you can run your finger through it like that, your bechamel is done. And now we can turn this bechamel into a cheese sauce, and we're just gonna put as much cheese as we would like at this point. I'm going to save some, of course, for the top though, and I'm going to save some of all of them except the Velveeta. All the Velveeta will go in the cheese sauce, but the 4 shredded kinds, I will set some aside for the top. And if it's not enough, we'll add some more. Look at that beautiful sauce, you guys. Oh my goodness. And then now the nutmeg goes in. We don't want to overdo it with nutmeg because nutmeg is very strong. So just a tad bit of nutmeg. And then we're going to season it with our garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of cayenne, some paprika. I also use smoked paprika. There's a smoked paprika spice mix that I like to use, just to kind of give it that nice smoky flavor. It goes really nicely with the smoked Gouda, of course. And then you just kind of season it to your liking. We don't want to be afraid to season the food. It has to taste good. We don't want bland. So season it very well. And now we have our pasta that we just cooked al dente, and then now we're adding our sour cream. The sour cream gives kind of cuts into the creaminess with that tang because everything is just so fattening. We have cheese, heavy cream, half and half. That sour cream kind of just cuts into that fat. Now we added some more cream because it was a little bit thick. That's the trick. If your cheese sauce is too thick, just add some milk and thin it out. And then I like to put a little bit of cheese in between the two layers before I add the rest on top. My baking dish was a little bit too tiny, but it's okay. I just made it work. You can make sure you get something that your noodles can fit into without spilling into your oven. When I bake this, I'm going to put it on top of a sheet pan just so it doesn't ruin my oven. Of course, I'm taking all that cheese sauce out of there. We don't want to waste any of it. And then just put your cheese on top. Those are the shredded Parmesan that I was showing you, the shaved Parmesan rather, that I showed you. I just like to put it on top. It just makes this a nice crust. I like for my crust to be a tiny bit on the, right there you can stop, but I like to broil mine a little bit longer. So right there, I baked it covered, and then now I'm going to put it under the broiler. I like to get, you see that side that's a little bit on the burned side? That's my side. Once I broil it, I put it back in, cover half of it, and I leave the other side again to broil 2 minutes longer just so I can have that nice crust. That's what I like. You can just kind of broil it for 2 minutes to just have this right there. And look at that. Oh my God, that is so delicious, you guys. You have got to make this recipe. It is so good. It's so easy. And like I said, you don't have to feel guilty about eating this. You're not going to have a heart attack if you eat this once a week or once every 2 weeks. You'll be fine. Anyway, you guys, it's been a pleasure as usual. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And comment below if there are any recipes that you guys want me to make for you. Let me know. If there are any other videos other than cooking that you guys want me to do, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and see you next time.